This video posted on social media shows John Paul, his daughter, niece, and grandson arrested for unauthorized elver fishing. This comes 2 weeks after two Mi'kmaq fishers in southern Nova Scotia allege fisheries officers left them stranded with no footwear hours from home.
They never took our boots, and they wanted to take our phones, but we wouldn't let them. And if Cheyenne never showed up, we would have had to walk.
That's because DFO officers seized this Jeep as part of their investigation. It belongs to Paul's niece. Another relative, Cheyenne Francis, filmed this video when she arrived at the scene.
I got a big knot in my stomach because, you know what, the only reason why they're doing this now is because they know that we do this to feed our families, and they don't like that.
Paul says that will not stop his family from fishing.
We have our own management plan, and we follow that. And on our reserve, our chief and counsel guide us. And that's the way I'm always going to fish. I listen to my chief and counsel. I don't listen to DFO. I'm sorry.
In an act of defiance, the family went back out harvesting elvers Monday night. It was a quiet night with no fisheries officers in sight, but the catch was not as much as they hoped.
We come here to fish elvers, man, and we're going to fish them. It's our treaty right, and we're not going to stop. You could take all the vehicles we have. If we have to get horses and ride horses in here to elver fish, we will.
The federal government closed the 2024 elver fishing season, citing conservation and safety. Francis questions the closure and says safety is an issue when the Mi'kmaq harvest lobster.
But yet they're going to close down this season for elvers because of safety. Why didn't they do that in 2020 when it was more of there was more violence being at that period of time in 2020 than there was last year or any time on any river.
1 kilogram of elvers can be worth up to $5,000. The Mi'kmaq harvest elvers to earn a moderate livelihood. Francis says the closure does not impact treaty rights.
Because they close the season down does not mean that our treaty rights has stopped at any given time. Our treaty rights is always going to be there.
The Department of Fisheries and Oceans confirmed to APTN News on April 6, fisheries officers arrested 5 people who are under investigation for violating the Fisheries Act. 1 vehicle was seized, fishing gear, and 2.54 kilograms of elvers were released back into the river. Angel Moore, APTN National News, southwestern Nova Scotia.